Valentine. Welcome to 2014 and Leslie's Ink and Paper Creations. Today we're going to create this card. Now let's get started. Okay, for this card you will need the Lots of Dots by Hero Arts cling stamp. You will need the VersaFine black ink pad, Memento Luxe red pad, a Hello die from Simon Says Stamp. My sentiment here is from scrappymomstamps.blogspot.com. And what we're going to do first is I've die cutted the word hello out of a piece of white cardstock. And you save the inner pieces that also cut out because we'll be applying those later. I used foam dots on the back of each of the pieces. Then I started with a standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card that I folded lengthwise, and then I'm using a base piece of cardstock that is 5 1/4 by 4, and then the next piece is a little bit smaller than that at 3 3/4 by 5. So we're going to take the red Memento Luxe ink and apply it to the Hero Arts Dots background stamp. And we will stamp our white cardstock with this pattern. I'm using the Fisker stamp press, which is a really nice stamp press to use when you have a variety of different size stamps, and you can kind of see where you're going to stamp it as well. Now this first one I didn't quite line up the card correctly, so you will see when I lift it up that I didn't cover the whole entire white. So instead of throwing that away, I'm just going to flip it over and stamp it again. Voila, mistake fixed. There's always a way to fix mistakes, and no one will even know except those that watch this video. So this time I make sure that I carefully line up my pattern going the right way so it will cover the card. And there we go, much better. So now what we're going to do is we're going to layer the red piece of cardstock to the white card base. And this is DCWV's creamy cardstock. I picked it up at Joann's. I was double checking to make sure it was double-sided. Okay, so now then I put this down on the card base, and then I'll layer the polka dot piece on top. I apologize for the crookedness of my card. I was not wearing my glasses when I was doing this, so I apologize in advance. So then your polka dot piece goes on, and the white piece that I cut the hello out is the same size as the polka dot piece. So it will fit directly over the top of the polka dots. So before applying foam dots to the back of this, I want to stamp the sentiment from Scrappy Moms, and I only want to get the Valentine portion of the sentiment. So off camera here, all I did was ink up just Valentine. However, I did get a little bit of ink on the other words of the stamp. And so just to remove that, just use a little baby wipe, and that will take that off there. Now we're back in screen, so you can see what I'm doing. And so now I will stamp this down on the white card just below the word hello. So it says, Hello Valentine. And as you can see, also, the word Valentine didn't come out all the way because, again, I'm blind without my glasses. So I'm using my Memento pen to kind of fill in the V. So that's a handy little tip if you ever get a little bit of an oops there. So now I have to apply all those foam dots to the back of this white die cut piece. And I use these itty bitty little squares, and they come in really handy when you have little pieces that you need to do. These need to be stuck all over, and they also need to be stuck on the little extensions, like right there where I just did that stick out, because if you don't, then those will not stand up with the rest of the card. So continue doing this until you get enough to where you feel every place is supported, and then you just remove all the backings and stick it down over the top of the polka dotted card. Okay, so I apologize that you're having to watch me peel all of these off. I probably should edit this out. Maybe I will. See those little squares? They are all over in my scrap room because I just do this and I throw them, and sometimes I just brush them on the floor, and then I come back and vacuum later. I'm checking to make sure that I got off all of the pieces. Now, so this goes down, and you see all the pretty little dots behind there. Now you need to stick the pieces inside the letters. And I already put the dots on, or the foam squares on these, so I'll just show you the one little piece that I left out, the tiniest little piece. And I don't know if you can see, but that has little dots on the back because I recycled a card that I had done. Because this card really took me a long time because I was trying a bunch of different things all at once. So this card may look really quick, but for me, it took literally all day. I had a friend here, Stacy, helping me, and we were laughing and giggling the whole time. So that's usually what takes me the longest, is figuring out how I want to do the card. And then once I do, it's very simple. But the design process is always a little bit long for me until I get what I like. So all these pieces will just be stuck down here. And then you will actually be able to see the word hello, but you'll still see some of the dots behind there. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, now I have all the pieces in there, and so we're just going to add a little bit more embellishment to the card. So I have these hearts that I punched out using a Stampin' Up! Heart punch, and then I have these Heidi Gray stickers that I purchased at Target, and I'm going to just kind of bling up the card a little bit. I also intend to use some Wink of Stella on the red hearts. And then later you'll see in the final result picture that I'll post on my blog, where I actually went around and added black dash lines to the outside of the white portion of the Hello card. So, and there you have it. There's the Hello Valentine card. Thanks for watching.